supporter to the waypoint here at Bristol Rovers. Satisfied?
No, not at all. Not with the performance. Thought in the end, over the course of the game, neither team deserved to win, in my view. I thought it was two teams that could have done more for their club, supporters, fans, manager, head coach, whatever you want to call it. And I think both, when I go and speak to Matt now, I think he'll have a similar view that we both feel that the game was there to be won, but we didn't do enough to grab that opportunity. Always felt going into it, my own thoughts and views, that it was a game that we could have won, but we didn't seem to, like I said, grasp that. I don't think we were flat out in terms of our kind of pressing. The quality was off, that's for sure. A moment of quality nearly got us in front second half from Aidan O'Brien, but of course they would work as well later on. So I feel like it's a missed opportunity, to be honest with you.
Was the second half better in terms that you had more of the ball in the Rovers half, had a few more opportunities?
We had a few, didn't we? With Dan in particular, and his shots seem to keep getting blocked. Now again, whether that's he could have made a better choice, whether he could have slipped someone else in, something like that, or whether it was a good block, hard to tell entirely from where I was. He probably had a little bit better view on that, but we did get into certain areas. But again, the sort of lack of quality today was quite frightening, in all honesty. That's a League One fixture and League One game, and across most of the players, not all, but most of the players, that wasn't League One. It was only by title. It wasn't certainly anywhere near in terms of quality.
How much of a surprise is that for you?
I don't know if it's a mindset, a mentality, but it looks like as though we played yesterday, not Friday. And I said before the game, is a very small, quicker turnaround, but not enough. And I know it's later on in the season, but we looked after the players in terms of preparation and things like that, and it just looks an effort. Now they're either just nowhere near as fit as they should be, or we go back to the mental side of the game and digging deep and pushing yourself and getting through. Because I promise you, whatever I was feeling, my opponent is a good chance of feeling exactly the same, if not worse. So that's where I just want more from the group. Again, talking collectively, it's a team game. There's a couple of individuals that did do well, but I think they'll know that themselves. It is a point, and we look at other results, and barring one, again, they've been good for us realistically. But any thoughts of getting anything at Portsmouth, that's got to be a hell of a lot better. It still might not be enough, but it's got to be a hell of a lot better, otherwise we'll get a hide in there.
You have widened the gap between yourself and the bottom four to 7 points. Is that the main positive to emerge, or are you left with that sense of what might have been, what could have been?
No, it is a positive in one sense. I can't just deny that, but at the same time, put another 2 points on that, and you're almost there. Said again, still on the face of it, some work to do. Other teams will be disappointed, of course, they'll have their issues, but we want to drive our own standards, and that's what it's about for me. And I just want the players, we've just had a quite big chat, just understanding about the importance of every single game, opportunities that present themselves for certain players, and what it takes to have a good career at a level that they can potentially be at. Not a career where, I keep playing football, but I'm lower down, could be better than that, but I made it because I didn't sort of commit to it fully, because it's their career. As much as I've said, I've got a job to do here, and I want us to obviously stay in the division. I want us to be the best that we can be. But within a team game, there's an element of being an individual and having to do all you can to do the best for yourself. If you've got family, your family. And I just sometimes think, being here before at different places, different times, some players or some people don't understand that. And if I can affect one person with that, then I'll be pleased. Because you end up feeling a bit like a father figure. I probably am old enough to be most one's father. And again, I'm not talking about everyone, but certain ones, I think they need to understand that.
You welcome the clean sheet though, Paul, because you haven't had too many, have you, over the last few months?
No, we haven't. The clean sheet was welcome, albeit fortuitous in terms of the one that hit the post. But as I said, I guess at the other end of the pitch we could have, albeit it had been more spectacular, got on the score sheet. I thought in the main we defended pretty well. We didn't give too much up, and that was my feeling. I felt like we could have some good control in the game at times, but we didn't take advantage of that. And then we gave them a leg up at times in terms of giving them, this place can be really rocking and it can be a hard place to play. I think today in general the crowd were pretty quiet, so I think that's credit to us in one sense a little bit, but also maybe the sort of run of form that they're in as well.
You told us about Jack Price ahead of the game. What's the plan for Jack this week? Do you anticipate there's a chance he might be available for selection for Portsmouth?
I'm hopeful, but I guess I am getting the crystal ball out to know for certain. But certainly hopeful. It's understandable that he's going to have some soreness and aches, pains, etc. It's just how bad they actually are, whether it is kind of almost DOMS as they call it, or whether it's anything more sinister. I think only a little bit more time will tell. But we'd all like him to be available. As I said before, his quality and just on the pitch, I think the way that he can communicate to the rest of the team.
Thanks for your time, Paul.
Cheers, Stuart.